It is Tuesday, September 29th, 2015. I am Doug Neill, and this is Verbal to Visual Video. Yesterday, I had just enough time to let you know what this thing behind me is. So today, I would like to go into a little bit more depth on the process behind creating it so that you might be able to pull some, if not all, of the elements of this style of presentation into your own style. So this form of sharing idea has 4 layers to it. Let's go through each. The first, as you can probably tell, is this base layer of just the map, which you can't see a whole lot of right now. But at the very beginning, all we had here was a map of the United States. That's the first layer. The reason that is the base layer of this presentation is because I created this for my friend Heath Paget here, who is giving a talk tomorrow at a conference. And we decided to create video clips, sketched video clips that he would use while on stage to help tell the story of his road trip across the United States, working a job in every single state. So the map of the US was a natural backdrop for everything else that came on it, which brings us to layer number 2. In order to show the route of that road trip, we just use a simple Sharpie drawn right on the map itself. With that layer, we were able to give a sense of the flow of this particular adventure that Heath and his wife went on. That is a little bit more engaging and ties more into the actual story and the experience than if you just saw that entire route of the trip right on the map right away. So it was fun to be able to literally sketch out the lines of that route as Heath will be describing it when he's up on stage. Now, we could have continued using a Sharpie to draw other sketches and words and ideas right on the map itself. But because there's already a lot of information contained on a map, we decided it would be a better idea to first throw on a note card or slightly larger piece of sketch paper and then draw on that. So that there is our third layer. It was on that third layer where we were able to capture the key ideas, either in words and phrases or with quick sketches that Heath will be sharing on the stage. Those are kind of the replacement for the typical slides. They are the words and visuals that will anchor the ideas that he will be sharing up on stage. The fourth and final layer are photos of Heath and Alyssa taken at various times throughout their trip. Those photos are able to capture individual moments in a level of detail that no words or sketches can achieve. So that was an important piece to bring in to anchor some of the stories that Heath was sharing about the specific locations that he worked. The most difficult part of actually shooting this for me was staying out of the video. Obviously, I wanted my hand to appear so that you could see it sketching out the ideas, but I didn't want my face or head to appear because the focus of Heath's presentation is on his story, and me showing up in that way I felt like would be a distraction. So I had to do a lot of crouching and maneuvering to stay out of the way completely, which also made it a little bit difficult to draw at weird angles, but got a little bit better with that as the sketch went on. I would also like to share with you a photo from a different perspective that shows the camera setup while we were recording. And to do this, to get enough detail in the different parts of the map, I actually moved that camera around to film different clips at different angles. So that also made the shooting a little more time consuming compared to other videos where I am just shooting straight down onto a table. Those tend to be a little bit more simple because there's less space to cover. And that kind of brings in the complexity of this form of sharing ideas. Those 4 layers, you could pick any one of them and use any of those individual pieces along with your own voice to tell a story. You don't have to combine all 4 of them, but if you want to add more elements, then I say give it a go and see whether you like it or not. Now that you have a sense for the elements that went into the creation and shooting of this thing, come back tomorrow to see what it looks like actually getting this on the computer, and I will show you some of the final video clips that Heath will be showing from the stage. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.